the way that you think about the game, let alone just numbers behind it, is going to change a lot as well.
It's going to be so much different. We see the free spells. Did I say spells? We see the free abilities being used right away. 0 Point comes out there. That's KO. We'll see KO. We'll see Breeze here for the Valorant 2 on Twitch Rivals. And it looks like they're just going to set up default to start on this one. They don't really want to do too much. Good spams. Mendo looking for a few pre-fires, but Sora is just going to hang out and see if he can get another peek off of that.
It's actually a pretty passive defense as well from the team. Mendo's looking to peek a bit, and he's going to find the first kill as a direct result, so that certainly sends a message that the rotation coming around from the rest of the defenders, while he continues to do work over here from Tree.
Oh my word. What a snapshot. Timmy takes out Tiffae, and that's going to be a quick one as well. See what the fragment does here. Oh, I want to back up just a little bit. We're making sure they can't get through. They're not going to get damaged because they're not within that line of sight of the core grenade of the fragment. Shifter takes down Leah, and now it just becomes a scramble. 3v2. Bnans up a player.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not looking so great here. It's just Saw remaining, trying to get rid of the turret while he knows that everybody else from Team Bnans is going to be coming in through Tree. Oh, okay. He's going to get two. He can't quite make it the third, but that is not what I was expecting to happen here in our pistol round, Riv.
Little quick, and I'm surprised they decided to play at Mendo after he got such a spicy first kill.
I mean, definitely commending that 2K at the end. I think one of the problems as well is that Team Tiffae didn't necessarily take the opportunity that was open to them. There was a certain point where Team Bnans, their defense was being very passive, and the A site was entirely open, but they got caught up in these altercations over in Tree, dropped the spike, and it basically made it impossible to recollect it at that point.
Well, chat, we have some fun ways that you can watch the event here. With the security camera. This is a camera that will be hanging out on the Command Center channel, the twitch.tv. Hit our Command Center button down below, and you can take a look at this bomb site at any time. And keep an eye in chat as well, let you vote on where you want the security camera to be in the future. But for now, you want a bird's eye view here of Site A. Head over to the Command Center.
That is awesome. I like that. It's going to get some great shots. I can't wait to see what it pulls from the tournament here and what people are seeing on the other side. Tiffae moving across, and it looks like, okay, no turret set up there, so they're just going to re-clear all of this. So a little slow going. Again, the rounds in the beginning are going to be more slow. It doesn't really apply to what I said currently. We'll see if that plays out throughout the entire match, that everybody's going to want to just hold their abilities to make sure they're using it at the absolute right moment due to all the econ changes. A lot of the minima skins. I like it. They look good.
Very pretty. It just reminds me of the fact that I'm too frugal to invest a ton in skins, but the fight's coming in onto the A site, and Team Bnans going to be aware at this point that it was in fact a bait, the initial rotation. Shifter backing off to bring in the rest of his team.
And sights top. Sony's looking up. Doesn't have too much utility to use. Just the classic underneath. Remember, they're getting the spike down here with the econ flowing. So Tiffae is already in a pretty good spot. Mendo drops down with the Ares, starting to just fire off that barrel clip. And it's going to be another one from Shifter. Just one left. Tiffae's like, nah, just use these mollies. Do you have another lineup? Line it up. Oh, she only had one thrown, still one, and that's kind of the hold on abilities. Not the wrong play, but still has one molly left. Still good econ for next round. Took one down. Cookie Man comes back with another, and now we see some guns here, Gio. Let's see if Tiffae can start picking it up.
Yeah, look, they're just gonna go all Vandals for this round. Hopefully that's going to give them what they need. 3 Ares on the other team. I did notice that as well. Ares is not one of those weapons that you typically see come up quite a bit. It's one of the ones that has been cheapened with patch 3.0. And clearly Bnans are like, yeah, this is the weapon for us. And, you know, if they've got two rounds, why not?
Play the bonus. Play the bonus. All right, so I like mid control right away. This kind of allows them to understand if any pushes happen. You can't let Mendo do anything too tricky because he starts playing inside the minds of his opponents. But they also, okay, they do have B alert bot control. I thought they actually left that open for a moment, so they're good. Windex ready to get squeaky clean here on Cat with Soar. they move up slowly. Bladestorm is available. Oops. Oh, good trade.
Nice trade though. Saw another
trade.
2K. It's the second time he's done that this time. This could be the opening onto the A site that they need because that's what they've been struggling to do. They've been leaving things very late. Just get into the site. Don't get caught out. Timmy is doing the catching out.
Oh. And he was back there, Superman status. He had full armor on top of that Sheriff, so now he's sitting pretty with the Vandal. Sony's in a great spot. Oh, he actually gets routed by Bnans, thinking it would be up the ramp, but it comes up the stairs from the tree area. Oh, my word. 2v2 here.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Trades.
This one.
This is just a hide now for Bnans. She's got a core. Oh, the Seekers come out from close range. He's going to try to close the distance. Oh, so close. Leah with the place. She just starts throwing out abilities there to confuse and collect the first round for Tiffae. Nicely done there. Soar at 5 and 3 up top. Timmy up top. It's going to be a battle of the Jets again as we start off Twitch Rivals.
Yeah, and Saw with the Bladestorm as well, doesn't need to invest in anything past the classic that it already comes in with. Got the full armor as well, so likely to see the Bladestorm be the main thing that Saw leans on. And given that already, in the few rounds that we've had so far, Riv, Saw's made a couple of pretty good plays. I'm expecting big things from this Bladestorm. No pressure.
Is he going solo? No, they stay with Sony. So they bring that 3-2 split as we started off. Walls up. The high C green wall for Mendo there. Still a good amount of time to do anything here. And I'd say Tiffae is pressuring a little bit harder here. They get the cat real quick now. Kind of test the waters. And then they back up to see what's going on for the rest of it. Looks like orb control has been gained a bit on that A side. And now they're just saying, it's your move, Bnans. What are you going to do?
And you can see that Tiffany's team are still watching out for mid. They're not wasting too much space. Just looking for the in. Oh, Mendo's gonna start. Oh, not clear up, in fact. Immediately traded out, but still Tiffae are playing very reluctantly.
The lockdown comes in. We see Sword getting the Bladestorm back after 8 seconds of suppression. And now he holds door, realizing nobody's going to be coming up cat anytime soon. Right into sight, door stays open. This could be a problem for later, but they don't have a flank. And they also have Sony just behind them. They know one's down that mid. Oh my gosh, nobody can get the angles, though. And they're both playing from the same spot. This is becoming real tough for Tiffae. As, again, Leah Samurai alone. And now this one goes in favor of Bnans. A very, very nice try coming up from the side of Tiffae. They keep getting to the sites. They keep finding themselves without a post plant, though, that has been working for them. And that seems to be where the issue is.
I mean, when you're going against a team like Bnans and you see who is on this team, you've got people like Timmy, you've got people like Mendo, you know that it's a very intimidating team as it stands. And I think one of the problems that Tiffae's team are doing here is they are wasting too much time and allowing the defenders space to rotate after they've opened up space on a site that they could use to make an engagement. And that's why they're running out of time to be able to set up a post plant, as you say, Riv. They just don't have that opportunity because they're letting so much time go.
See some orb control, I believe, for Tiffae there, 2 now. On the upgraded to 7. Lockdown for Killjoy. A push through. Oh my god, drop with the Sheriff. Sony and team need to be able to solidify that weapon and get some pressure on it right now. Shifter with a great push, knowing that they have to start pinching in on whatever the strategy for that Vandal could be. Oof.
Stacking up on mid, they're basically lining themselves up. Shifter getting the next kill. Just 3 remaining on the attacking team, and I think they're looking to make their move over, but look how they're being watched. Look at these angles being held onto them.
I love the turret up top. Tiffae falls. Mendo comes up with another one for himself, and now it's just going to be the suppression down. They know they have to find Windex, and they just say, oh no, he's there. Don't give it to him right away. Mendo's just running the audio sound games. 4-1 now for Bnans here. Tiffae, a little bit of an econ trough, but they're going to buy in again. They have lost 2. Next round they lose will be 2,900 on top of this. So most of them sitting around 3,000 or 3,700. Not a full buy next round. So as they go up and down between these buys, Gio, it's going to be tough unless they can grab a few in a row on the side of Tiffae.
And not even just that, but when you look at the amount of money that's being held by Team Bnans, they could lose this round. They could probably lose the next one, and they would actually still be comfortable. You got an op in the hands of Timmy as well. It's going to make it much harder for them to even try and take any of the mid control that they've already been struggling with.
Tiffae standing tall on the bolt. Well, they know they're playing a bit of top mid here. As now the drone comes out, it's pushed over to A. So quite a bit of information just in those two abilities that Bnans and team could be able to gather. The wall's getting knocked down. More than one Vandal firing at that. Shifter calling from assistance. And they're going to set this up with 1 minute. Trailblazer right off the bat.
More information is going to find it. They're going to take the opportunity to engage. There is the tailwind in. But Shifter's just playing the trigger discipline very well here. He's not going to let them know. Then he gets the kill. But he can't quite land the second Riv.
Oh my word, the wall. Oh, right into the face. Timmy just delivers it to the kisser. A sword there. 30 HP and a dream. Another one up top, giving him a bit of help here. As the guiding lights come in, they guide Leah away. Last one standing over and over. What can they do here? Rez, the core has been restabilized on Mendo. He's alive after the ultimate command goes down.
30 seconds left.
And now they're going to be able to suss out where Leah is here. This is going to be tough for her.
Yeah, and look where the turret is. It means even if she goes round by defender spawn, they're immediately going to be told where she is. The alarm bot's directly in front of her as well. If I were her at this point, I would just save. Run away. You don't have a ton of money anyway. You might as well keep the weapons, stay alive. You're not going to be able to win a 1 versus 4, and given how much she's just edging over towards the B site, I'm going to assume safely that that is the strategy here for Team Tiffae.
The defense seems to be strong. They haven't really tried B too much. Maybe the fakes start to come in here. So now you can say they've set a precedent with going A, and maybe an A to B would be something that works in their favor. And they're going for a sheriff buy, so they're dipping into the funds just a little bit. They will have enough money to buy next round, so they're really trying to get everything they can out of this economy right now and grab a round, another round, I should say.
If they could just get a couple of kills, you know, maybe that can boost them enough. What would be really nice is to see Tiffae be able to build towards her ultimate. Then maybe that would help facilitate a B push. But look, Timmy is very aggressively positioned. He's seeing the knee. He knows exactly where these players are.
1 HP. Oh, my word. I can't believe these things are happening right already. This early in the tournament, Gio. This is what we love.
I mean, it's interesting because it's like they have so much control defensively, but it's not like they're having hyper-aggressive defensive positions. Occasionally Mendo has, but it's not really been a consistent thing for the entire team. You've got Cookie Man trying to hold on to mid still. There's the Hunter's Fury. You can hear it coming out, but so far doesn't seem to have found much. Okay, I spoke a bit too soon. It came straight for us, Riv.
Oh, my word. He walked right into it, and he shot somebody in the face through it. Wow. Cookie Man, the rest of the team, absolutely balling out on this round. Let's see if Leah and another can come out here. Tiffae. No, don't fire right away. Oh, no. The jig is up. Mendo gets the first shot on this. Guiding light comes out now. Struggle but Leah doing what you can. Oh, last one standing. Shifter finds that frag. 6-1. Double buy round coming in. Let's go, Tiffae. We got to get around here, start scooping up.
There we go. We don't worry about the fact that there's not much left in the bank after that. You just ignore that 0 credits there right back next to Sony's name. Just worry about the fact that they actually have some weapons now. They also have 2 ultimates to play with as well. They have the Seekers. They have the From the Shadows as well. Not necessarily the most aggressive when it comes to engaging onto something. For that, you would want to be looking at, well, basically any of the ultimates they don't have. But it's still something that they can use against the team.
Rez there for Bnans. I wonder how close the null command is for KO as well for Mendo. There's a few Rezes there. They're kind of playing just the we never die team right now. Imagine if they had a Sky in there instead of something else. They just have enough utility for days. Moving towards the default portions of the map. And not too much A pressure this time as they continue to try and read Mendo in this area.
Mendo's not afraid to peek around the corner, but Saw so far isn't going to give away anything. No ankles to snap at in this round just yet. Playing it kind of patiently. You can see just how their lines of sight are narrowly
Cat
crossing
and
one
mouse.
another. But in fact, Mendo's going to back off.
Thank you. Yeah, it feels better to be in more of a float position. Actually reads that it would be a good point in time for a drone to come up, and he backs up as soon as one does come out from Sony. So again, the play is A. They didn't really like where they got towards B last time, and no mid-pressure kind of, I think would be great on their part, just to alert someone that they're there. But it is going to be an A again, Gio. They're going to try to hit this.
They've actually made their way into the site at this point. There's the recon dart, but still it's Shifter to get the first kill of this engagement in particular. Sora is just scouting out hell. No one in there, but can he get any of these players on heaven? There's one down. That's Shifter. It's a good start, but Tiffae need to be a bit more assertive with their push in.
Oh, Sora ready for 2. Distracting the top heaven area, and Sora goes, oh my god! The accuracy, the trigger discipline, just for the taps. Dwarbala, if I've ever seen one before. Give me some Keota. That was an amazing round. So I was just, we've been singing the praises of Bnans, singing the praises of Tiffae, and it just keeps going back and forth. We see that there is light at the end of the tunnel here, and Sora continues to push forward for the team with rounds like that.
Well, they just set themselves up so much better. And I think one of the flaws in the way that Bnans tried to defend that was they had more manpower over at B because they had their heavy hitters by A. But it still meant there was more space that could be taken by Tiffae much easier. Now, down goes the lockdown. This is what I said I wanted to see them do to encroach onto B.
See if they pressure it. The timing is for the fake. Maybe a little more util if they could. Sky on the rotation back. Leah can join back with the team at top here, and they haven't done too much of an aggressive play. One player detained, and then leave Cookie to kind of fire in towards mid there. And they just, it's a little red, I think. They're afraid to go on the play, or somebody else might have gone. But Tiffae, the lockdown is gone with no return.
It's such a shame that they decided not to commit to that. I think the alarm bot present in the archway as well certainly didn't help because they're just going to get themselves hurt. There were nano swarms to follow up too.
Yeah.
That Killjoy utility makes it very hard to push forward. It's similar to how you see Astrostars, or at least in the past, not quite so much after the new patch, be used to exploit those kinds of pushes. So they found themselves back at B main once again, except this time, as you put, without a lockdown.
Here we go. Blade Storm, though. This could be the key. No way!
Oh,
The unlucky timing of the Blade Storm into the Cloudburst, and then a Tailwind. All to be met with a headshot. Tiffae coming in to answer. Great shot to start, and just over the head of Shifter there. Wave Punk, you hate to see it.
You do hate to see it there. Just updates on the other games happening around the space right now. Team Hafu is going up against Team Yavani. Super close game, 6-5. They're in the final round of the first half. They've been within 2 rounds of each other the entire time. Meanwhile, Plu is up 5-2 over Sidian, and Kaide is currently 4-5, trailing 1 to Quarter Jade. Really close matches happening across the day.
Okay.
Isn't it? It's kind of crazy to hear as well that, there are other teams that they've already reached the half, and this one's going a bit more at a leisurely pace.
Yeah. Those rounds that Sora finds right here, kind of just, it's like he just has an op in his hands, but it's a Vandal. This Reaver, as he reaps the rewards of more and more frags, feeling the Jenny play, and honestly, in the head of his opponents.
He's trying to thread the needle, but the dark cover is going to deny the opportunity for that, and the slow orb as well, a huge deterrent. I guess they can continue to play patiently at this point. It's not like they have to rush.
Working mid. That's beautiful from Tiffae. Had a lot of good frags from Tiffae already in this round. The few sheriffs we've seen that have opened up windows for more opportunity, a frag like that kills the rotation. And now they get themselves to be beautiful altar as they get audible as they get themselves back over. A little bit of a res on Timmy makes it a little more difficult with the 4v4 back on the table.
Perfectly set up to get the spike down as well. You can hear Sony getting with the plant. Now this is where Bnans are going to have to react. Going to have to open up the door, and Mendo's pushing himself for that. The Nano Swarm to try and prevent anyone from coming in from the Defender Swarm, but it's not going to last forever.
Hot toes. Tiffae takes a bit. Waiting on that Shifter nicely from main as they start to work together on this retake. Shifter up top, going to show himself first. They say one's coming in. He goes classic to be a sentry for the rest of the team. That's Timmy, Cookie Man, Mendo. Mendo gets headshot, but he still is able to be the distraction for Cookie Man to just keep laying him out. Oh my word. Making me hungry.
They're doing well as a little duo, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Holy macaroni. Timmy is obviously putting up frags, but Cookie Man, just seeing the consistency of the headshots right now in the time when they're needed has been impressive. There's the team right there. Bnans in the middle as they go left to right. And that's Mendo, Timmy, Bnans, Shifter, and Cookie Man on your right.
12 and 4, by the way, for Mendo. That's a 3.0 KD.
Yeah.
That's 1 KD for every patch.
There it is. Ooh. Shifter with the push, goes for the crouch play. Soar finds a frag on that, and the Sheriff. Quick Vandal retrieve, and I think the team slows this one down as you see Mendo's flash come over the wall.
Looking like they're getting ready to be aggressive, and I really kind of hope that they do. It's what Tiffae has needed. There's the Hunter's Fury going to push Cookie Man out of his position and try and tag out those players on Heaven. But none of that information seems to be passed over. That's devastating for Saw. Mendo getting the 2K as the team push in.
Tiffae to drop Mendo again. These impact frags to keep the round going. Timmy, a shot just over. Oh my word, what are these frags right now? Are you kidding me? He gets the wall on the box, feels it, jumps down, vibes a bit more, and just puts it in the gut of Leah. Oh my word.
Cheating?
Yesterday, I saw a close range Guardian kill, but close range Operator is like the next level. It's a bit much. I mean, great if you can get it, and Timmy really was working it in that round. It's just disgusting. There's not really anywhere else, any other way that I can put that. It is absolutely vile.
That's like, you know what I said the other round? I was like, yeah, Timmy's there. We know he'll get frags. Cookie Man, I was like, oh my word. And there's the Timmy frags. He's going to keep it going, looking towards tiles to start things off. Is starting to smoke mid more, starting to get a little bit more control. We do see Cookie Man has been doing that a lot to really deter any hard pushes that could start coming from Tiffae. And they've kind of given up on mid to go full sights at this point. And we'll see if this lockdown pays off for the second time out.
It's not pushing any of those defenders back. You can see they're still waiting on the site. So as they look to aggress, they might get caught out.
That's such a great wall. Such a great wall. They are going to be able to blast through, find Shifter in the end. And now it's going to be a chance for that post plant, for the final round on attack that Tiffae could grab here to make that padding for the second round if they do lose pistol. Fragment out. It could be on the take. Oh, no command as well from Mendo.
Ooh. He's going to be shut down himself there. Look at all these kills coming in for Team Tiffae. Oh, how the turns table. And that means the attackers are going to win another round that Team Tiffae desperately needed to put on the board. Pad the money that they have. This was another full buy round for them. Well, actually, I say pad the money they have. That was the last round of the half, so maybe not.
Pad the confidence. Pad the morale.
Pad the confidence.
Here we go. Let's see if they can make this happen coming into the second half of our first game we've been watching here. Bnans and Tiffae. The rounds we saw Tiffae cruising through, where it was the team coming together and then Soar being able to work on the distractions of the site take, the kind of aggression here. Now maybe they can work Soar around as a little bit of a rotator, have him lean towards the sites where they feel the pressure, and then they can start to utilize the confidence he has in that aim right now. Tiffae as well. The frags on the pushes coming in for the KJ. Absolutely awesome to see. You always love to see the battle KJ.
A lot of that KJ utility has been set up on B, trying to deter any push, but you can see how the attackers have already spread themselves out. The spike's been left also back down towards the attacker spawn, so you know that they're not yet looking to commit. But look at this. Look who is looking to commit. Of course, it's Saw. Not found any kills for it, but some damage dealt.
What do they prioritize here? Is that actually... Okay, so they prioritize the res. So they are looking for this kind of KO, restabilized core, no command, if you can get them up off the floor, and res from Sage to keep the team alive. Keep it a really big nuisance. Flashpoint Oh, sorry, 0 point going out towards Cat. I'm just going to mix it up all day. I know it. And it looks like they are going to pressure mid. I think getting the core of mid down for Ascent is one of the biggest things you can do on each round. Just understanding that you're holding the flank or being able to use it for your aggression.
They're going to burst straight in.
Choo-choo.
Are the defenders ready for it? Tiffe's looking, got to avoid the flash, but look, they're all flooded straight into the site.
That's Timmy dropping Tiffae there. Wall goes down. They're going to hear it being broken. On pistol round, that actually costs a bit to get through, but they get it immediately before it armors up as Windex drops Shifter as he trails into the site. Another 0 point goes down. They figure out a few members that are coming from that side. Sword jumps back up onto the bridgeway, or lane rather, as Timmy takes down Windex. It's going to be a side take now as Timmy comes in with more. You're looking for Sword on the left side here as he comes in off the ramp. Mendo looking to hide just under him. Oh, and Sword looks straight down on top of him, giving him a tap on the cap. And what a round coming in from Sword as he was just creeping in from lane ever so slowly. The team doing great job there as they take the first pistol. That is a big, big round for Tiffae here to start the pace of the second half.
Yeah, the backwards and forwards of the pistols eventually leads to their victory on that, and it gives them the early advantage in the economy. But it's not going to stop Bnans from buying some weapons. Once again, those Ares are making another appearance. It's not going to be 3 this time because they can't afford it. But
Yeah.
you're getting the double Ares, but you do get some sniper action on the other side. It's a Marshal that's going to be brought out for Team Tiffae, and I want to see how this sniper action is going to change things for them.
All that KJ has utility has moved over towards the A spike site, and the push now coming from B, right? They're immediately getting information that could be denied. But it is not because everyone's at A, and this is going to be the take here, Geo. Sword picks up 2 right away on the defensive side, stays alive for the pressure, but no, Mendo finds him and clotheslines him with that Ares.
Oh, Mendo just doesn't care. Windex is playing a bit more passively here, and Timmy's just trying to floor bang up through from hell. Now he can try and hold on to this very narrow angle up into heaven. He knows those defenders have to come eventually. You can hear the guiding light. You saw the Trailblazer. He knows they want to push, but he can't actually get the kill for himself. It's just Mendo left.
One enemy remaining.
Oh! It's disgusting!
Fucking insane! Oh,
Yeah, the
fuck.
tactical crouch. Oh, at that point, as just an FPS player in general, in those situations, you are hoping they drop down because you're like, I'm gonna get this beautiful double burst shot, and then you see it play out, and your confidence goes through the roof. Mendo could be an absolute menace the rest of this game, even more than he already is. Oh my word!
I have no doubts. No doubts. Now, Bnans have decided to go a bit, more humble with their weapons choices here. Mostly pistols again. Or Team Tiffae, that is, rather. You can see Mendo still holding onto his Ares for dear life. Gradually pushing forward. Looking to put pressure here. This is the 0 point. Oh, very close range.
Nice.
There isn't a second one, though, for him to get. He's just going to clear out wine, but there's not anybody there to worry about. And it looks like Bnans are just going to make it straight onto the site.
Slow. Windex wants to jump up.
Just ticking away. 5 versus 3.
Real patient here. Real patient.
How are you going to do this with a classic? I mean, really, I commend the bravery, but I don't know if it's going to work. The answer is absolutely not. Timmy with the Marshal gets the kill. It's just Windex on his own.
My Timmy.
Now you've just got Leah again.
Oh!
You thought the same thing that I did.
I was like, here it comes. You kind of just go lax a little bit. You're swinging your mouse around. Go for the few shots. You got him or I got him. Let's double up. Oh, now they have a weapon and we're losing econ. But they clean it up. Cookie Man cuts that one out. 11-4. So they grab themselves a few. 2 right after the pistol. And that really puts the squeeze now on Tiffae. So Sammy, the Jet up top, Soar, Sammy, I guess Sammy, is doing a lot of work right now. And he's going to have to put a little bit more in that backpack if they're going to want some more rounds on this. Best of 3, so they could be thinking more about the second map, knowing Ascent really was not their forte, as it looks like it's going to be a B site take. Timmy, whoa, we all have had it happen, but he still gets himself a weapon. Isn't that the way it plays out?
Oh my god, that scared me. I really thought that was going to be the end. Leah shooting from over on the site itself where the attackers are going to be looking to push in, but all on their own. Guiding Light's going to help, and all these kills coming in for the rest of Tiffae. It's Sammy who secures the last couple, even though that Blade Storm at the start, it looked precarious.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, they rock it. They're
putting on the rounds.
Yeah. Well, look at the money they have to work through, though. 5K there for Shifter, which means they win this and a 3K on after his buy, so they're pretty much decent for another one. Yep, 4,200. It's going to be tough to knock them down. It is. It's not okay. I was going to say it's not a Blade Storm for Timmy. He's just late buying here. AB, what's the strat? It looks like it will be Sentinel Duelist setup at B here, coming in from Bnans squad. And Sora gets knocked out by the 0 point, but he doesn't mind. He just keeps peeking it out.
Team Tiffae have set up very much more expecting a push onto A. You can see where the Killjoy turret has been placed, as well as the utility over in Tree. Really wants to prevent a push coming in from the attackers. There is only one player over scouting towards B main, so I don't think there's much to worry about for the defenders, but knowing Team Bnans, you know, they want to take mid control. They want to ensure they have the real meat of this map.
Oh! You wait all that time. I bet you that was the moment when they blink. You check your own scoreboard, right? Oh, you itch your nose. Looks like it is going to be that Tree take right now. Actually, they're taking quite a bit of time. Oh my God,
wow.
Sammy with the quick. That was more of a no scope, but just on the edge of a quick. Holy macaroni. Words almost can't express. Tiffae with a beautiful spam there as they're going for chaos here towards the mid. Spike is now stuck in market.
Yeah, I mean, he's just trapped in there, entirely surrounded by these defenders. Still
shadow
standing
step
in the middle of mid.
10 seconds left.
Uh-oh.
Which angle's going to get it first?
Spike
Oh.
down mid.
Ah, it's just so many at that point. You're like, well, the entire map is their playground. I'm running one spot. 11-6. Obviously, the defensive side becomes a slight bit easier if you're reading your opponent. They always have the chance to throw every member at a site. That's why some consider attack side to usually be favored, because you get to choose, but the way that you can hold it, utility, they're switching up actually where the KJ has been playing from round to round, so it's hard to read the precedent that Tiffae is setting. That's going to be a B once again here, and they put Jet and Sova back over towards that A site.
Notice as well that the defender Killjoy also has lockdown this round. And that has been a piece of utility that's been relied upon quite a bit so far in this game.
Take flight.
Little flash. Rocking their way in. Ion shot. Oh, the look away at the timing. Okay, they're good. I was going to say, that drone didn't see too much. As long as they didn't see Jet underneath, they should be good. Lockdown's out. Oh, Sony draws Shifter on the wall before taking him down. A beautiful Picasso as Bnans takes down Sony there, and it looks like they will have a decent post plant with the lockdown spreading out.
Too bad the barrier orb's actually been broken, but here's the next lockdown. The defender Killjoy looks to try and detain the attackers that have set up the post plant, but it's backwards and forwards. Constant trades in and out, leaves it in the 2 versus 2.
They're flying right through, drifting onto Jenny. That's going to be a 2v1 as they try to figure out what could be the last one as the spike fires off. That is going to be a 12th round coming in for Bnans. They used a little bit more of the rush strat once they had an idea of where they wanted to go. and they found their way in. I think that's one of the most fun things about Ascent is you could basically start on the doorstep of your opponent's site, whether that be B or A, and execute as fast as you want, barring a wall or something you have to blow through. But I think that's one of the fun things. Or you kind of split mid, as we've been saying, and really try to figure out how they're playing their defense.
Well, the really nice thing about being able to say the mid control is going for the two-pronged attacks, but it hasn't seemed to be needed every single time for these teams, and Bnans only need to take one more round in order to win this map out. It looks like they're getting ready up on B main. Whether or not they commit to it's another question, because it hasn't been quite that simple so far throughout this whole game. There's the defenders, Hunter's Fury. It's going to tag out those players over in that area and send the attackers scattering.
Tried to read that tailwind. Actually, a nice read. Just a little short on the last few steps of what he was able to do to get out of it. So a tag there. They know the heal has to go out. It already has, actually. Oh, the Bulldog. Getting that glitch pop on a few of the heads. Sony taking out Shifter as well. He just has to watch himself here for the fragment, and he's good to go. Fully out of range of that. Bnans down on 1 HP. That is going to be a 1 HP frag onto Sammy. Huge kill from Bnans.
Bnans is showing up. She continue to do so. Timmy's going to be the next one to fall. Sony just adding on to the kill count. It keeps Team Tiffae looking healthier than Bnans. Still 1 HP. And a dream. You can't forget the dream part. And Mendo is still alive too. We've seen exactly what this player can do. Heading on over to the A site. There's only one player over on Heaven they need to deal with. You never know how fast a rotation can come in from the others as soon as they have this information.
Tiffae playing it very slow. Sees one. She does not want to be the one to give Mendo an alt point either. And you see the spike just dropped over to Mendo so he can grab that alt point. I think he gives it back to Bnans. And now Mendo in a very tough spot to have multiple people coming in. He just runs out of Vandal ammo. Sony drops him. Oh, 1 HP and
1
a
HP.
dream. Oh, Dex able to take it down. Oh, the back and forth. And Bnans try to stretch that round to the last drop, but Tiffae, the rest of the squad, is able to come up big. Another round to stay in the first map of the best of 3.
There was a part of me that really wanted to see Bnans pull off that clutch just because of the 1 HP factor. It would have been the best.
Already dropped Sammy moments earlier, just crushing the impact player on the side of Tiffae, and then you win the round. Yeah.
It would have been the best.
Good story.
Well, I mean, look, they've got a bunch of ultimates that they can work with, and while they are ecoing for this next round, even if they don't win this one, they should be able to healthily buy on the next. And they have a number of rounds that they can play with, so they shouldn't be worrying too much. This is very aggressive from Sammy. Gets the first kill, but decides not to push any further forward than that.
Got it before the paranoia as well, just moving so quick. Mendo does have null command, but they have a few rounds to play with, and this is just a sheriff, so I see that being held here as it's more of just a desperation play. No, off the rip, null command comes out, and actually you can see it reaching all the way to the back of that spawn check site, or check on B there. So easily taken. The post plant here only with sheriffs, and a lot of work to be done by Bnans on the post plant.
Mendo's just watching out for any of these players to be coming in through from the defender spawn. Here, all the hostiles detected, but Mendo's taken straight out. Oh my god, these defenders are not afraid to get aggressive. They're just cleaning straight up onto the site. Unlucky, I guess the null command didn't do much for you. Another round to Team Tiffae.
That's going to be a tough one. They are just absolutely going to be a cavalry coming in. There's no reason for them not to pour in knowing it's a 5v3-2. I love it. The confidence on the flawless here. It's exactly what they need too. When you're trying to pick up those rounds, Gio, it can't be anything less. And now you start to get a little hold on what the econ on the side of Bnans is if you're at Team Tiffae, and you're enjoying that quite a bit. So you got 2 wins in your favor already. A third one, again, is that 2,900 mark. Now, Timmy from Bladestorms has a bit of bank, but you put 2,900 credits in everybody else's pocket for a loss this round, and you can see Tiffany's on their way to bringing this to a tie.
Get out of my way.
I could see it happening. I wouldn't mind a bit of a tie. Sammy's just making his way back over towards Wine. Do they know that he's there? You can see Timmy, he's trying to creep up, but is he going to go straight in for the site? Is he going to get caught out before the Bladestorm gets any value? Oh, the tailwind in. Oh, they don't know. They don't know.
Mr. Wine.
Oh, Mr. Wine, no!
enemy
Oh
remaining.
my word! All right, Bnans is now just alone. Doesn't mean it's over though. Tiffae goes down. KJ on KJ there. Another shot. Bnans Eagle Eye onto Sony. Now it becomes a very big possibility. 23 HP on Sammy. And Leah's gonna
Much
have
more
a bit.
deaths.
She's gonna have the armor. She's gonna have the HP. But is it the aim right now to go against Bnans? 44 seconds to play with is quite a bit of time.
They're watching out for any of these rotations that she could be taking, and she might find herself caught in an engagement here and hear the door going down.
30 seconds left.
That's pretty much going to deny the opportunity to
Yep.
her. She's kind of stuck here.
I think she knows they're both on that one side now. It's gonna be tough. And yep.
She's making noise too.
Turret's destroyed.
Come on, let's go be. Ah.
The
I
patented
believed.
turret peak.
I believed. No, I mean,
Yeah.
next time, please check wine. There could be someone in there. And actually, I think the last
Holy.
couple of rounds that Team Bnans have lost have been from overconfidence. Because back when they tried to take the B site and we saw the null command come out from Mendo, there was no defensive utility there. And I think they saw it as an open opportunity and kind of underestimated what Team Tiffae would be able to do when wanting to retake the site.
Woo. That was one hell of a round. We'll see this next 12-9. Geo, it's getting closer to that tie, and I am so ready for it. The rest of the team, Bnans, does not want this to happen. They're trying to change up their pace each round. A possible ace coming in from Sammy, but that's just going to be the 3K cleaned up by Tiffae for the full house. Sammy's over Tiffay's there. It's very nice.
I looked down to write something, and I looked up and the round was over.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
just saw Sammy once again in the kill feed. I was like, he does it again. And that was kind of it. Oh my goodness. So yeah, once again, you know, it's full buys on both sides, or at least fully kitted out. But again, Bnans looking so much weaker for money. And there is, what, 3 rounds in a row now that they've lost. And they've been on map point for a decent amount of time now.
You should run.
That's the pressure too, right? You start to question. And I was going to say, you know, Mendo had those rounds. There he is again. I was going to say, where's the opening shot? He was confident. He's most of the time been in the back of these ones with the flashes going forward. But he is the first one in the site that time with the first blood. 2 ultimates here. You do have the lockdown retake. Tiffae's going to throw that down now, and there's no way for him to grab it at this time. As the turret looks backwards, Bnan looks to set up post plant.
Down in hell. Mendo's going to get a kill. They know too well they will now as he's trying to floor bang up through them, but he's not going to catch anybody out. But a couple of kills coming in for Bnans. It's just 1 player left on Team Tiffae.
Ooh.
That's it.
Out of my way.
After all that, the comeback from Tiffae, a very, very